Hey everybody, Andy here, aka Montolio. Here we are for round three of a Vintage League, and we're playing Golos Shops. And excuse me, our opponent is playing Golos Shops as well. Last time I played them, unfortunately, we did not win the die roll. Crucible Worlds is typically fairly integral to winning this matchup, but one of the things that we have that they probably don't is a Relic of Progenitus, and this might be able to slow down a Crucible, so and its cycles if need be. So I'm going to keep this on the draw. I think it's reasonable, and we'll see how we do. Obviously, we need to draw lands. This could backfire on us, but Crucible. Yeah, Crucible is good. So we're going to need a little bit of help here. I'm going to cast a sphere against my better judgment. It's possible that we could get wastelanded here and be stuck underneath it for a little while, but I think that's okay. I think we got to play to our outs, and that's what we have. Well, see, this is pretty good here, because what we can end up doing is I'm going to actually cast a relic, and I'm going to wasteland them, and I'm going to take it away. So that was kind of the best case scenario that we could ask for. Great. So hopefully we can slow them down now. Another workshop. Okay. I mean, this is kind of being the perfect storm here. I think I'm just going to go cast a Golos. I think they can get a Golos too, but that's all right. Now, the question is what do we get here? I have a second Golos that I can cast. I feel like getting a strip mine here is just really good. So they're probably going to get their own Golos here, but I think that's all right. So they conceded the game. So, our line there of playing on the back of Relic of Progenitus ended up working out. Obviously, it was contingent on us finding a wasteland when we did, but it ended up working out, and we ended up getting the opponent in a lock with a Crucible and play on their side. Relic of Progenitus, very powerful. So that said, I think we're very much going to continue down this path. I don't think Null Rod is where we want to be. Tabernacle certainly not where we want to be. I don't think we want Chalice on the draw. I also think Stonecold Serpent is really quite good. Sometimes when you're playing this matchup, you're very focused on trying to control what your opponent does, and when you get a 5/5 Stone Coil down, sometimes you just actually can beat down and they can't stop you. So I think that is something to consider. Now, do we need three of them? I'm not so sure. I think Karn's quite good. Mystic Forge is not bad. Spyglass I think is fairly mediocre as well. Considering we're doing the same thing, right? It's probably better on the draw than it is on the play, because you can react to what they're trying to do. But I think I like this approach here. Let's try this. Well, this is a turn one Golos if we don't get hit with a sphere. The problem with this hand is if we do get sphere, we're in some trouble, but I think this is okay. I think it's worth keeping. Like as mentioned, we could have that 5/5 Stone Coil if we so chose to do it. Now, obviously, I think we would cast Golos given the opportunity, looking at our land status here. Hopefully this is not a sphere. So we got really lucky that my opponent sided out their spheres likely. Relic of Progenitus, pretty good. And the question is what do we go get? feel like we kind of want to just get a Tolarian Academy, right? I mean, they've got that Wasteland as the problem. They've got a Wasteland, which is the problem here. Okay, look, not ideal, but it is what it is. The fact that they led the way they did makes me think that they have an Ancient Tomb and not a Workshop in hand. So this may be contingent on their trying to get a Golos into play here, tapping the Academy, or the Wasteland, excuse me, and that would give me an opportunity to cast a really big Stone Coil. Okay, they chose not to do that. Revoker, yeah, that's a little bit harsh on us, actually. If they name Soul Ring, though, they shut off their own Soul Ring. I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest with you. Like, them shutting off their own Soul Ring is no joke. So I have currently 3 mana. I think I'm going to cast a Relic. And I'm going to sit on my Relic here, because if they're able to play a Workshop and just get a one of those Wastelands back, it's not ideal for me. Let's see what they have. I mean, this would intone, yeah, I was going to say this would intone they have a Workshop, the way they've shut off their Soul Ring, because, yeah, so we have played this about as perfectly as we could. And let's draw Wasteland ourselves, huh? Well, that's not ideal because they can just bring the Workshop back, of course. But anyways, we're going to attack in. I think there is a world here where I just Wasteland them off that. And I do have an opportunity to cast a Lodestone. I think I have to get a bit greedy here. I'm going to cast the Lodestone Golem. The reason being is it punches harder. And there's a world where they're going to have to block and open up our Soul Rings. Okay, so they do have an Ancient Tomb, so this is a Golos, so that's pretty good for them. I mean, that was the risk, right? And the way the opponent has played this, it was very viable that they had this line. But Caracas is probably where they want to be, yeah. So let's draw a Relic here. Or just like a Workshop or something. Crucible would be good. That's actually not a bad draw, believe it or not. They're just going to block Golos on Golos, I think. Maybe they'll kill my Golos, they'll double block and open up their Sol Ring. That's also very viable too. Yep, they've decided to do that. And this is good for me. I'm surprised they wouldn't want to block Golos on Golos. That's really weird. Oh, Jesus. That's rough. Well, get the biggest snake in we can. And we'll pass turn here. Like I kind of like our position. They got the null rod. Sure, it shuts off most of our mana, but I think that's okay. I mean, it's more beneficial for them than it is for me right now because I have both the Soul Ring and the Mox. They just have the Soul Ring, and they also have a whole bunch of mana. But we are coming in for fairly solid beats here. Like the null rod doesn't fix the problem on the table, right? And if I draw something like a Workshop or a Tomb or something off the top, we're in decent shape. Mox is not really what we want, but we're going to attack in. They are going to have to get in front of my Golos, or one of my creatures here very quickly. Yeah. That said, I am just going to get a 3/3 in here to try and ensure that I can win next turn. Yeah. I mean, I was getting in anyways, but the only thing that could have really stopped me there, I think, is an ensnaring bridge. All right, so we'll take that. Remember to hit the like button, guys. Thanks.